welcome back to the Messages of the Week. I didn't start Messages of the Week yesterday, as in Canada we have a Victoria Day holiday, so happy holidays, busy mama life, busy family life, you know what it is, yeah, you know what I mean. But I am here now with the Message of the Week. It still works up until about Sunday, so, alright, so we got Pile 1, Pile 2, Pile 3, and Pile 4. So it's up to you to pick a pile, and then we'll go from there. If you need time to say, like, pause, take a little bit of a boo, okay, you're more than welcome to here. I do have 2 cards for each message, so just so you know. It's not just the 1 card, it's 2. So it's a tarot and an oracle. So, if you need to pause it now. Alright, we're going to go with message 1, which is right here. Right here. We got... Ooh. Got the whole list. Oh. Okay, well, don't these just go together nicely? We have the Holy Stone, and we have Enlightenment. Here we go. Too shiny. Too shiny. Okay, so the Holy Stone, okay, it's a representation of walking along your spirit path, but this also has to do with opening up new doorways, learning something new, okay? Perhaps you are changing something in your practice, perhaps you are looking at developing something new for your practice. Perhaps you're going to be basically going into research mode, okay, is what the gist is. You're going to go into research mode. And with the Enlightenment card, okay, this to me is the research that you are going to acquire, okay, the knowledge that you are going to acquire, okay, will kind of give you this kind of like, aha, clarity sensation, all right? And I feel like the knowledge that you're going to acquire, even though this message is for the week, right, this kind of knowledge that you're going to be gaining is only going to pick up momentum, okay, because it's almost as if you're picking up something that has like a lot of subsets to it, right? So there's like, you've got your primary learning, and then you've got your other little groups that kind of branch off of that. So just listen to your intuition and where you want to be, like where you want to go with this new learning, okay? What kind of knowledge can you utilize that you are learning to put into your practice that will fit for you, that can work for you and what you do, okay? So it looks like you guys are going to have some fun with spirit learning. That's exciting. I'm always excited about spirit learning stuff. Woo! Anyways. Alright, on to message 2. What we got? Oh my goodness. We got 2 majors out here from this deck. 2 majors. Okay, we have the crane bag. And we have change. Very fitting with the crane bag. So, to me, that would mean that you may be going into a bit of like an introspection period, okay? And this introspection period is to kind of change certain aspects of self, all right? Certain aspects or behaviors, thought patterns even, you're going to be changing that, okay? And learning that, you can't always play the martyr, okay? As crass and mean as that sounds, sometimes you need to recognize that people have all their own stuff to look after, okay? And you gotta look after your own too, because you can rely on people for support, you can rely on people for a soundboard, but there's this recognition that people have to look after one another, so they have to look after themselves and their business and their families and yada yada, and it's the same with you, okay? So there's going to be some introspection work, knowing that the world can't revolve around you at this time and moment, okay? Going through behaviors and going through thoughts and whatnot that may not be positive for you, or things that you want to change at this time and moment, okay? It could even be like say addiction behaviors too. It could be you want to cut down on coffee. It could be that you want to throw that pack of ciggies away. That's change in itself, right? Just I feel like this moment, this change, okay, this change that you will be going through, okay, you will be going through it by yourself, okay. You're gonna have like nobody to kind of like help you at this time, and I think that's why they're saying like you can't be playing the martyr and the world's not going to revolve around you. So you're going to be doing this change by yourself. And I think that once you kind of transition from one phase to another, you'll notice the people that are actually there and the people who weren't there at all. So that will make the people that you thought were there fall away versus the people that have been with you thick and thin. All right, and that's very, very important, and it's a good lesson for you to learn too. All right. All right, on to message 3. Okay. We have the Banyan of Air, and we have Trust. I love this picture. I like the Crystal Cave picture. Okay. So the Banyan is someone, the Banyan of Air is someone who like is direct, someone who's blunt, someone who just speaks directly, okay? Now your words might be a little harsh at times, but at least, people know where you're coming from. Okay? Trust with how you communicate, okay? And trust that the words that you need to say needs to be said, okay? This is part of you standing your ground, standing up for yourself, putting those boundaries in place with others, okay? Even if you've been hemming and hawing about certain situations and people in your life, that communication, you definitely need to utilize, okay? You need to utilize that communication. You have no problem telling people who you are acquainted with, or even people that you work with, and communicate in a direct way. But when it comes to closer connections, you seem to kind of like, you become a little bit less direct, and this is where you need to be a little bit more direct, okay? Because these people, there's a few people that you might be intuitively picking up on that are pushing you to a limit, okay? So trust that there are some changes coming in regards to relationships in your life, okay? You need to set those boundaries, okay? You need to be open and communicate exactly your feelings and your thoughts, okay? As the expression goes, walk your talk, all right? So like if you are going to give someone an ultimatum, stick with that ultimatum, all right? So like if you, for example, if you don't treat me the way I deserve to be treated, I'm going to walk away, okay? That is a boundary, and that is walking your talk. So when you set that boundary and they're still not respecting you, walk away, because honestly, they're not going to change, all right? And it's not until that occurs that they'll go, oh shit. You know what I mean? So continue with that direct communication, but also make sure that you're using it with those that are close to you too, okay? Make sure that they know your boundaries, especially if they've been testing them lately, all right? And like don't be afraid of being like alone either, right? Because you'll still have people in your circle, just not the ones that are meant to be there, that can't handle your boundaries. Protect your peace first, always. Oh. Now that's interesting. So we have the guide, one of my faves, always been my fave from this deck. And we have courage. Now the guide is about being both the student and the teacher, okay? We are neither just the student or just the teacher. We are both. We are continuously learning within this life in different facets of our life. And we are also teaching others about certain things and experiences that we've gone through, okay? So we are both. But with this courage aspect in here, there's some of you that need to have that courage to move forward in your learnings and your lessons. Okay, just remember to use your discernment when you are learning this new knowledge, okay, and from whom you are learning it from. Okay, the other part too is the main one that I'm picking up on is having the courage to be able to share your experiences and to share your knowledges with others and others around you, okay? And this could be in real life, this could be maybe you're working on a book or perhaps some classes or, just in a group, okay? But it's very important to have that courage, that gumption to share those experiences, because we all come from different walks of life. We all come from different spirit backgrounds. We all come from, different things that have happened to us in this lifetime. And when we share our experiences and our knowledges, right, it can click with someone else. And it can click with people that we don't expect it to click with. And therefore, they go, I feel very validated because your experiences are very close to mine. Or they go, I've never thought of doing X, Y, and Z. I'm going to try that too and see how it works for me, right? So we are creatures of crazy interconnections, okay? And we give and take all the time through energy, through knowledge, through experiences, okay? So don't be afraid to put yourself out there, because you don't know exactly who is learning from you, okay? You may think that, no, I'm just the student, but no, you're also the teacher, okay? So just keep that in mind, all right? Keep that in mind. Now we will move on and we will see what this week's energy entails. Hopefully they're not all flipped around, because I know I had tiny fingers. I had tiny fingers on this deck the other day. And of course they are. Luckily it's just a few of them, so that's okay. It's the fun and joys of having spirit kids. They like to go through all your stuff. And the one, he really wants to like play with mom's cards and stuff. And I'm like, oh, buddy, you can look at them, but you just gotta wait till you're older. I'm just gonna keep shuffling. I'm going to shuffle and spread them because that's what I want to do. I don't want to have the card flop out. Just not feeling that way today. Not feeling that way today. Stop it. Aha. That's why. There we go. Just not feeling the flopping, guys. Come on, work with me. Yes, laugh with me. Laugh with me as they do that. Okay, what's the energy for this week for the collective here? That one. Imagination. It says, I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Yes. Get it, get it. Yes. All right. Do something creative this week, okay? It might help with that. I know that for a few of you, you're doing the learning stuff. So maybe when you go to learn these new knowledges and whatnot, do it in a creative way, right? To help you kind of remember. And putting the things that you learn into practice and into like a creative method of things, right? Like you don't have to be like 100% strict and follow all the guidelines and rules. No, you can tweak it, you can play with it, use your imagination, you know. Try it the first way. If that doesn't work, maybe just tweak it with your own stuff and see how it goes. But also with this imagination stuff, okay, it will be good for others, okay, for others to utilize their imagination and their creative side in order to help with the emotions in a constructive manner. Okay? So there you have it. That's the messages of the week, and I hope this week goes just swimmingly. Take care, everyone.